here again, enjoying scenery at this park. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful place. I think whenever I get me some money, I'm gonna make sure I get land near water and trees with trees. It is so relaxing and peaceful. I know y'all probably say every time I look around, she in front of some water and in front of a tree. Y'all just don't understand how healing it is. It's like medication, but without the side effects. And I know there's a lot of people that like the club hop, they like the church hop. I'm the type that like the park hop. State parks, playgrounds, all of that. That's my go-to. It kind of heals my inner child, especially since I've been through a lot of trauma over my years of living here on Earth. I've recently ran across this article on my Facebook page about this African American mother that discovered whoever it was, her man, was sneaking in her daughter's room, and she took his life. She shot him, and I guess her response was to the police officers when she did get caught up, I had to do what I had to do. And of course, I'm going to have a response. And as a victim of SA or sexual assault and abuse, I will say this. I truly believe karma does not discriminate. Rather, unfortunately, it comes after your child, or rather, it comes after you when you are almost finishing out on this earth. Oh my goodness, what was that? Was that a fish? Oh my goodness. I used to go fishing, but I don't do it anymore. I feel like the fishes have the freedom to swim and live their lives, so why interrupt? I wouldn't want nobody to drop a hook out of the sky and catch me and my kids. So, but like I was saying, the thing is, like I said, karma does not discriminate. Whether it doesn't matter the age, the background, the color, the status. It doesn't matter. That's why you hear a lot about sad stories about children dying in the daycare, or children life being taken in at a school, or elderly abuse in a nursing home. It just, karma doesn't discriminate. And not that I'm saying that it's a good thing, so don't come after me thinking I'm bragging and boasting about it. It's just bringing awareness of your actions will catch up with you. When you put out negative energy, if it doesn't catch up with you right then and there, eventually it's going to come out. It's going to come back to you. Whether it takes years, or maybe come after your generation. So that's why it's not that I try to push my children to perfection. I just want them to understand every choice they make. Even though they have free will, there's a consequence behind it. It's either a consequence of maybe some hardship, or maybe great blessings. It just depends. So but back to the story. The thing is, I feel like no one has or have the right to take another life. I don't care what the person did, only because we have been put here on earth to fulfill a goal. And I know it's not to judge whether somebody live or die. And everybody commits some type of sin or some type of trauma. It may be on a different level, but regardless, at the end, it's still some type of sin. I think the mother should have asked more questions. She should have did her research about the type of guy, sex offender research. That's kind of what I do. Um, I did talk to 2 people since I've been single, and I never, ever, ever, ever thought about inviting somebody to be around my kids without my supervision. It's just, that's just, that's risky. And, whether I have boys or girls, I just wouldn't just automatically feel like just because somebody look good or they make a certain amount of money or they know how to, they got big dick energy, they can just be trustworthy. It's just too many people, broken people, walking around with a mask on, pretending to be one thing, but they're something else behind closed doors, or they're hiding inner struggles that they don't want people to know about and see, and hurt people hurt people. That particular guy probably was molested or probably was exposed to some inappropriate behavior. And sometimes spiritual demons will take over your mind and cause you to do things that you can't bounce back from. Just imagine, I always have to have an analogy, but just imagine you are maybe a watermelon. We'll just say you're a watermelon. And you are attracting a lot of different bugs. You attract gnats, and maybe we'll just say all of the bugs that the watermelon is attracting is spiritual, low vibrational. So the gnats represent maybe physical abuse. So they come in and they land on the watermelon and they plant their eggs, the larva, the seed. That's what I call it. Then you have, what else? Flies. The flies come up and they surround the watermelon. Maybe you got one fly that represent sexual abuse, another fly that represent bullying, or it's just different flies, different bugs that carry different I'm just making sure nothing don't crawl on me, so I'm sorry, y'all, because I'm down here, I'm trying to ground myself today. Don't pick on my orange toes. But anyway, so you have all these different types of bugs that are just attacking the watermelon and causing it to be filled with a whole lot of other type of larvae and eggs and things like that. And so that's kind of how I see spiritual demons. You just don't know who you will attract in your life, but when they come into your life, if you don't know anything about their background and you don't really take out the time to use your discernment, then they will contaminate your life and your body with their demonic seeds, their low vibrational behavior, whether it's pedophilic behavior, like I said, molestation, stealing, addiction to sex, drugs, alcohol, all of that can contaminate, that can be transferred. Those are transferable demons. Energetic energy, that's energy that can be transferred, because like I always say in most of my videos, energy cannot be destroyed. It can only be transferred and maybe possibly transformed into something else, depending on how the energy is being used. Like when somebody's throwing negative energy or the evil eye at me or wishing on my downfall, that's when I transform that negative energy into something big good. I don't try to get on anybody's level. Oh, that's beautiful. You see the pelican out there going fishing? I mean, that's a pretty nice big one too. Beautiful. Looking for some lunch. It's lunchtime. But yeah, so as far as how I feel about her, the mother's charge, I really can't say that I'm in agreement with her, because in that case, she if you're gonna be like a Batman or a superhero, just focus on just your child. Just keep in mind, there's many predators that's walking amongst us. If you don't believe me, all you got to do is type in your city, type in your block where you live at, and you will see, it will show you a map of all the sexual offenders that have targeted young girls, boys, all of them in the system. You might as well go and try to take them all out and try to protect all the children. Don't just pick and choose, because in that case, if you ain't gonna do that, then you taking that man's life was not fair. It wasn't right. You should have just kicked him out. You should have called the police on him. But as far as that, goes, you now she have karma that she got to deal with, and now she's confined. The government already run our lives. They already tell us, when we gotta get up and go to work, and what we can do and how far we can go, and we got to get checked at border patrol. They always running everything. They tell us how much taxes they gonna take from all the money we work hard for. They try to set us up with all these holidays and try to get us in our brain and make us feel like we have to depend on them. So now it's going to be 10 times as worse, because now you're in a governmental institution, and they're going to definitely make money off her. The prison system is $1 billion industry. So if they don't make money while you free, they're going to double the work when you locked up. And then you don't have choices. You don't have the choices. I mean, we're not free. I don't care how much we walk around with a red, white, and blue flag. We're not free. So now, when you get locked up, you can't even choose what you want to eat. You can't choose if you want to stay in the bed that day. You gotta be sick. Something gotta be wrong with you. But when you locked up, it's double the trouble. You gotta be around people you don't want to be around, and it's almost like they lock up all low vibrational demonic spirits in one big building and expect to teach them a lesson. And so when they release them, they feel like, okay, well, we're releasing them back into society, so now it's going to be a better place just because somebody did prison time. When you got somebody stuck from 1 year to 20 years to almost 30-40 years, they're not going to come out mentally healthy. Okay, that's depriving someone of their natural resource. That's like taking a bug and locking the bug up in a jar, or even fish in a fish tank. They're only going to live so long. They're not going to flourish because they're not in their natural habitat. So she just made a poor choice because she was emotionally in the moment, and now she can't even protect her child because she's going to be locked up. So hopefully nothing happened to her child while she's locked up. She can go and follow her child 24 hours. So I mean, a lot of my experiences I went through was within my home and when I came out my home. And I did not always have my mom or my father around to protect me. So it was just, luckily, I was able to make it through it with the protection from the Most High. And it was a lesson that I had to go through. I had to live with. And I feel like everything I experience is for a reason. I'm not saying that I'm excited about every experience, especially if it's a bad experience, but it's for a reason. And I take that lesson and then I apply it and try to teach others about it. And I believe that's why I have been fortunate and blessed enough to travel around all over Florida, because many people are not able to do that. Some people are stuck, like wherever they were born, they've been there since their childhood. So they can be 50 years old and still in that same spot. But because, and I'm not saying I'm wealthy and I got it like that, but I have been fortunate enough to be put in positions where I get to touch and heal children all the way from Tampa, from Jacksonville, from Tallahassee, all over the place that I come in contact with everywhere, And of course, I grew up in Miami. So just know that there are chosen ones. God have favor over certain people. And I feel like it's the people that know how to look at things in a more logical way and not such an emotional way where they make mistakes that they can't bounce back from fully. I feel like he will open the doors to the obedient, not the people that's high-mighty and got this ego where nobody can't tell them what to do, and they feel like they got all the answers. Are they trying to be seen and get validation, and they want everybody to praise them just because they got a new car or a better job or a bigger house, or they got a nice partner, or they know how to look good for the trendy fashion purposes. God really, they're looking for specific people to fulfill a certain mission. Because if y'all felt like materialism is what your Most High or God goes after, then explain to me, why do a lot of wealthy people fall down on their knees and they're hooked on drugs, or they lose their lives, or they lose their home, or they get caught up with tax invasion, all this bullshit that could have been avoided. You know what I mean? So it's not about materialism. It's about what's going on within yourself. And see, once you decide to sit your ass down and really be intentional about self-improvement, I ain't talking about being intentional about studying every scripture in the Bible, because that's not going to get you anywhere. It's good to know, but it's not going to put in the legwork for you. You have to know what your purpose is, what gift God gave you. I'm not talking about you trying to copy somebody else. I'm not trying to say you got to go out there and be like Beyonce and think you're finna be blessed like Beyonce, or be a famous rapper like Jay-Z, and then that's what God looking for. No, he ain't looking for that. He looking for people who's willing to sit down and heal and use the gift he gave you to go heal somebody else. It doesn't matter the status. He will choose a child that grew up hungry from Africa in a small village, or he will choose maybe a young child that lived in a trailer park or a shelter. It doesn't matter. It's the heart. That's what he's looking for. And once people get it through their head, then they'll have an easier way of thinking and being at peace within themselves. And when you're at peace, you can be more creative and you can bring in more blessings. And no, you may not be riding around in a Lambo like most people like to, show off and brag about. But it can be something as simple as what you feel like your heaven is. Whether you want a bigger bed instead of a bigger house, that's your heaven. That's what you probably wanted. Whether you wanted to get a house with a nice backyard. Simple stuff like that make you feel good, that make you feel like you really getting somewhere, and makes you feel good enough to go and help somebody else. That's what it's all about, because like I said, we can transfer the energy. All right, so I'm going to conclude it here because the sky just told me that's enough. It's time to go bye-bye. All right, loves, it's been a pleasure chatting with you. Thank you for hanging out with me in nature, and I will be in touch. Peace out.